Welcome back to our channel once again. If you are new here, subscribe and hit the like button. So now, today we are going to see lists in Python. What is a list in Python? A list is a collection of items that are in order where you can add, remove, or modify your list based on your requirement. Let's see. How do we create a list? Let's go to our Jupyter CMD. All right, Jupyter, let me bring it here. Jupyter Lab. All right, it's opening right here. Let me open it. Python 3. Today we are going to work lists in Python. All right, so a list again is a collection of items that are in order. You can add, you can remove, you can insert, and so on. Right, now let's see how to create a list in Python. How do you create a list in Python? Let's say, for example, we have a list called fruits equal square bracket. For example, the first one we will call it apple. The second one we will call it orange. And the third one we will call it, for example, banana. Right, now, this list, when you print out, print original list. This is going to be the original list. So now, you're going to print the original list. Then you print, of course, fruits. So what will this print? I'm expecting to print all elements in my list. Right. So the original list has apple, orange, and banana. Now, how to access element at index? So what do I mean? So let me see. How to access elements at index. What does it mean? So in Python, index starts from 0. In this case, we have 3 elements. So we have 0, 1, and 2. So we have 0, 1, and 2 at an index. Right. Now let's say, for example, we need to print orange. So how do we print orange? If we just want to print orange, how do we do that? So that means we are trying to print element at index, not 0, but index 1. So we are going to print index 1. So how do we do that? So we do just print first fruit or second fruit. Let's say here, let's say, for example, we need to print not the second one. Let's print the first one. But if we were about to print orange, it will be the same. So let's say print the first fruit. Let's see. The first fruit. So how are we printing the first fruit? So what do? We go to fruits, and then we specify index 0 here. So when we print at index 0, we expect apple. Let's see. The first fruit is apple, right? So if you had to print the second, would be 1, it will be orange. But we want the first one, which is apple. Next, how do we modify our list? How do we modify our list? So how do we modify our list? First of all, let's remember to rename our file. This is list in Python. Okay, list in Python. So how do we modify our list? Let's go. First of all, we have to say fruits. For example, at index 1, we need orange to change into, let's say, blueberry, for example. If we need orange to change into blueberry. Now, we are going to print after modifying index 1, the fruits we are going to have and see if apple is going to be, orange is going to become blueberry. So now here we say, after modification, at index 1, or index 1, so now we print fruits. Let's see, print fruits. Let's see what we have. Boom. You see, now we no longer have our orange. Orange has been replaced by blueberry. You see, that's how you modify your list. Next, how do we add elements to our list? How do we add an element to our list? So let's say you want to add kiwi to our list. What do? Now we are going to do what? We are going to append. We use a method called append. Some methods you have to know, like remove, add, append, insert. These kind of methods, they are inbuilt within Python. So now we want to add an element to our list. All elements that are added to our list go to the end of our list. Let's see. Now, we add to fruits. So we take our list fruits dot append. So the append, we add on kiwi to our list. So we are going to add kiwi to our list, and this kiwi is going to be added to the end of our list. So kiwi is going to be added to the end of our list. So now let's see, then print. You print after append, then here we have quotation, then print our fruits. Let's see if our list now we're gonna have 4 elements. Now let's run. Boom. So we have apple, blueberry, banana, and kiwi. Kiwi is added on in the end here. So you see, let's say we are trying to insert. So now let's see how we can insert a new element to our list. So now let's see how do we insert new fruit to our list. Let's say we want to add mango at element 2. So now that means 0, 1, 2. That means it has to be the third. Let's see if they're gonna be right. So we do fruits dot insert. Here we specify what index we want to add to Then we add mango. We add mango, it will go. Mango will be at position 2. It's going to be at position 2. Now we print after inserting at index 2. Print mark after insert at index 2. Now let's see what we're gonna have. Fruits. What do we expect? Do we expect apple, blueberry, mango, banana, and kiwi? Let's see. If it's the case, run error. So mango, right. It's not right because why? Why is that? Who can tell me why? Because we are missing string here. Mango. Now let's run again. You see, now we have it. It's here at index 2. Mango is there. So now, let's say, how do we remove an element? How do we remove an element or a fruit from our list? Let's say we need to remove an element. We do fruits dot remove. Like I said, you have to know these inbuilt-in methods or functions. Then, let's say we need to remove blueberry. Let's remove blueberry. How do we do that? Remove blueberry. So now, remove blueberry. You just type it to the string. Blueberry. And then, we are going to print after removing blueberry. So here, print after removing blueberry. So now when we remove after, we print after removing blueberry, then we print fruits, and then we have a new list. Blueberry is gone, right? Now, how do we pop? You can pop a list. How do you do that? A list is popped. What does it mean? So remove the last element, last fruit, and return the new list. We call it popped. Equal fruits dot pop. This will remove last item. Remove last item. How do you do that? You print popped item. Let's see. I'm gonna print popped item. Fruit, popped fruit. Here in this case is going to be what? So this popped. So we're gonna print this one here, popped. So comma popped, and then what do? You print list after pop. List after pop, then you print your fruits. Let's see. Boom. Now what do you see? The popped fruit is kiwi because kiwi was the last from this list here, right? Was popped, and the list after pop we have apple, mango, and banana, right? You see? This is what we have right now. Now next, this one was how to pop a list. How to pop a list. All right, so this one is going to be how to find the list's length. So the list length. How do we find the list length? Here we will do just print number of fruits, like this, and you count the length. Use this function length fruits is going to count how many fruits we have there. Let's see. Right, error. Why? There's typo. Fruits 3, because we have apple, mango, banana. This is how you count. You find the length of your list. Now, how do we loop? How do we apply for loop to our list? For loop to our list. So now, first of all, you print looping through list. Loop a list. This is how you do a loop through a list, and then you start with for fruit in fruits. If this fruit is in fruits, then print fruit. Print fruit. What do you think this is going to print? Let's see. It's going to print all fruits in our list. So apple, mango, and banana. So it's printing all fruits. Now, how do we sort a list? Let's see. You want to sort a list. How do we sort a list? Let's say you have another list. Let's say numbers equal. Here we are going to do maybe 45, 18, 52, 4 or 5, 28, and then you have 2, you have 15, and you have maybe 7. Now, you want to sort this list. How do you do that? Let's see. First of all, we are going to use a method called sort. We need to sort. So we take our numbers, dot sort function, and we are going to do something in this function where we do print number that are sorted. So print sorted numbers, and then we print what? We print numbers. So I expect this list to be ordered list now, where you're gonna have 2, 5, 7, and so forth. Let's see if we're gonna have ordered list now. Boom. Now it's ordered because numbers, it's calling method, this function sort, and sort, because it's inbuilt function, is going to return ordered list, as you see here: 2, 5, 7, 15, 18, 28, 45, 52. This is ordered list we have now. This is how you sort a list in Python. What's next? What's left? So now, here is the fun thing. How do we reverse a list? How do we reverse a list? The funny example I always give, bus drivers. Each time we have a new bus driver, what does he go? What is he going to do? He does change, adjust the chair, and fix the mirror. Check all the time we have a new bus driver. The first thing they change, they fix the chair and fix the mirror. So now, let's say someone comes and say, hey, I don't like your list in order, I want to reverse. So how do you reverse a list? So here you will take numbers dot reverse. All right, and print reversed list. That's it. Here, the reversed list here, and then you print your numbers. All right. So now I expect to give me a list starting from 52, 45, 28, 18, 15, 7, 5, and 2. Let's see. Boom, that's the case. This is how you reverse your list. Now, next, slicing a list. Let's say you want to print only 2 items. How to slice a list? Let me see. Slicing a list. Let's say, for example, you're trying to print just the 2 first numbers, 52 and 45. This is what we call slicing. So how do we slice? Like cutting, slicing. How do we do slicing for a list? How do you do list slicing? Okay. All right. Here, you take print method function and you tell this method print out, just print the 2 first numbers. So now when you print the 2 first numbers here, you will see fruit, but here fruits square bracket, you are going to tell this method, hey, I need a number at index 0, and then after index 0, print the next number, only 2 numbers. Let's see, if you put 2, or if you put 3, or if you put 4, let's see what it's going to print. 2. I expect to see 52 and 45. Let's see. Is it the case? Right. No, this one I used fruits, but I used fruits, so it prints where? It prints the last list here. Apple and mango here. This is the one is scoring. So now, let's say, because I forgot that we are dealing with numbers here. Let's change it to numbers. Then print again. Right, that's right. So I expect this. So I don't know why fruits came into my mind again. So now, this is how you slice. So check, how do we check if an item exists in our list? How to check if item exists. So to check out if it exists, we will do if string, for example, mango. Do we still have mango? If mango, now we are dealing with fruits. If mango is in fruits, semicolon, then print mango is in the fruits. Print what? Mango is in fruits, in the list, is in the list. Right, let's see. So it's going to check in fruits. If mango in fruits, print it's there. Right, mango is in fruit. All right, as you can see, mango is in fruit. Mango is in the list. Let's run again. Mango is in the list. Now, here, how do we copy a list? Here, the idea is to avoid what? Reference issues. Right, so we are going to take a new fruits equal fruits. We take the old fruit dot copy. So now, this is how you create a new list equal fruits, then copy it, and print copied list. So we print copied list and we are going to return the new fruits. Let's see what's going to print out. Right. The copied list, apple, mango, banana, is going to copy the fruits list that we are still having up here. Right. So now, let's see. How do we clear a list? How do we clear a list? So let's say we're trying to clear this list. So we just take fruits, we'll go back to our old dot clear. We use clear method. So print the list after clearing. So the list after clearing. So after clearing, this is the list we are going to get. Let's see. We print fruits after clearing. Let's see here. Fruits. Let's see. Boom. The list is empty because we have cleared everything. So this is how you do create a list. You initialize your list. How you access elements, because they have index, always start from 0, 0, 1, 2, and so forth. You can find element at the index you want. You can modify, add, insert element to your list. You can remove element from your list. You can pop. That means remove the last item from your list. You can find the length of your list. You can do a for loop on your list. You can sort your list. And of course, you can reverse the list if you're not happy with the order you have. You can slice a list, meaning you can determine how many elements you are dealing with. How to check if an item exists in your list. You can use if statement. You can copy a list. And you can clear your list. This is it, all about lists in Python. I hope you enjoyed it. Can practice. You see, it's not that complicated. This was lesson 6. And again, remember, our goal is to become AI engineers within 7 months. Now, where are we now? So we have seen here, all this we have seen, the basic syntax, the print input methods, operators, if statement, loops, and we have seen lists now. Maybe we're gonna see tuple sets and dictionaries and how to iterate, and then we're gonna have hands-on. As you can see, we are progressing slowly but surely. And if you like this lesson today, please hit the like button and subscribe, because it can only get better, as you can see. Guaranteed, this is the way within 7 months. Imagine we are just still on module what? Module 1, and we have 24 modules. Everything gonna change very fast. The more we gain confidence, the more we gain momentum. This is how we are going to make it happen. Thanks again.